Matt, this matchup here, look, we got the pleasure, I would say, of getting to experience New York and Vancouver yesterday. A match that was pretty chaotic.
So that'll be a biotic grenade that hits on the Kang.
You're kidding me!
Nice. That is unreal there from Finn.
I don't know what he thought he'd be able to get away with there. Finn was just waiting for him to cross. Perfect stuff here from the Yana on the San Francisco side, and Kalush is looking for Myunbong here. Ooh, man, that's bad beats here for New York.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to finish off Kellen here as well. So we'll get back to the bot, start to move in that direction. Is you know, he's going to have to pop Primal just to live, I feel like.
That's interesting, right? The spacing created there for Kellen. He's not in a position to do anything as Winston. And he's lost more than half of his HP just sort of standing around with a confused Travolta expression. Now it's sound barrier here, so
Kilo get it though. Yeah, Kilo doesn't get part of that sound barrier. They have to heal him up really fast. They're able to do so, but this will be the shock able to just withstand during this fight. And like you mentioned, you know, Kellen, he tries to get on the Kilo, take that duel.
New York get a later beat here. They can back up Kellen a little bit with that sound barrier. Okay, body grenade came in, the beat was timed well. Myunbong doesn't get it, and Kellen, of course, with no healing available, has to run away. Yeah, he wasn't able to escape. Violet chased that kill down, that trademark aggression from the once flex support. Able to yield that kill on the enemy tank, and Kalush here just nestled forced to Primal there, probably because of the proximity of the pulse bomb stressed him out a little. Flora looks like he went down to his own helix there. I mean, a bot back in favor of San Francisco for now. Exactly, Matt. Fighting against the high ground just doesn't seem great for them. They'll push it further if they win the fight, but right now, it's a bit dangerous for them. Now they're able to find the pulse bomb connection on Finn, and Kalush tries to throw down the dome. Not going to keep him alive, though, as Yaki finds that recall, and New York know now they need to stick to this bot like limpets, Matthew. Otherwise, that's a boostio, Matt. That can't be intended.
No, that was perfect for Kalush, as Kalush was going to be down there, yeah, defending the barrier.
Pulse bomb might have saved them there. Myunbong going to get felled by that. Proper doesn't stick it by the looks of things, but the placement is just spot on. Violet forgets he doesn't have nano anymore, so opts out of the duel with Flora, but the numbers still favor San Francisco here. Pulse bomb thrown down. Yaki very low. Proper runs him into the ground. That will be a San Francisco map take here on New Queen Street.
Towards that high ground, Flora being able to put down damage on the 76, but see the way the shock are moving, they're kind of playing a little bit underneath him, so he doesn't have that great of a sight line.
Yaki was lingering pretty close to the Winston there. Matt now attack finds it. Biotic grenade just being ignored by Kilo. It's going to be a Helix rocket connection to send Flora the way of the weary. Gangnam Jin. His story comes to an end now, as well as Kellen's forced to drop down and try and stall just a little bit longer. This is so fundamentally sound from San Francisco, Matt. They get slipped midway through. Kalush just going to eke out a couple of extra meters with a bar.
Celeb taken out. I don't know how they were able to get the sight line on him. Maybe he was up here on the high ground, but Celeb taken out.
I would call this the brute force approach, Flora.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Beautiful connection on the Helix side. Proper. Only now aware, I guess, of the Genji behind him. Blade drawn. Gangnam Jin again getting absolutely exploded in this map so far, Matthew. Proper maybe run down by Kellen. He has to go deep for this.
Yeah, they sleep and I think wake him up to try and finish him off, and he's somehow able to get out alive. So this will be a map completion here for the shot. New York did a nice jump though. They are holding off towards the end, right?
I can see the wireframe.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a sleep. Nicely connected. There will be a primal from Kalush as he gets rudely awoken. But Kellen's already been going to work in the back line. Gangnam Jin, he dropped his shield to attack the Winston. And that was the window that Killer's able to exploit to find a headshot. He'll be punished for that, sure enough. Kellen really being set up now, as we mentioned Kalush was in the previous round. Justin dips the toe in, backs away. Blade here, Finn Vita here with a Vita grenade. Yaki gets one. He might have to set up for that now. Proper's going to try and reciprocate. Both Arnas are down. It's just brick healing for the time being. Looks like there weren't enough Girl Scout cookies to keep Kilo on his feet. And New York going to push their way through here. Switch to the Tracer, yielding some dividends. Again, only 2 final blows since that 3K he scored in the previous round. Yaki has to use that deflect already, and Proper catches him with a shuriken on the back foot. Good sleep though, going to stop the Genji midway through the blade. Gangnam Jin's going to finish that kill off. Flora with that tactical visor though. What does he really find with this? Kalush is still hard to inhale, sat on the card, and Kellen once again is sleeping during that nano boost here, and he has to ruefully look at the card that he can't reach. And that's another map for San Francisco.
I think overall we've just seen way more, way less, I think, just Genji this week than anything. As Flora will get nanoed and he's going to get hit with a biotic grenade, and so does Kellen. He's gonna have to back up here. Really nothing out of this Nano Soldier.
Oh, okay, Flora. He's under the gun. Sam going to be able to burst him down with that focusing beam. Yaki recall, but Kalush knew exactly where he'd be. Catch me if you can, he says, and a proper acquiescence. The duplicate target will be here from Sam. Ganglan's in with a beat. Nyumbong, I think, was actually blocked off by the bubble by Kalush. Devastating now because a Bionic Grenade hits 3 again. Finn lighting them up. So tough for New York to have a chance in this fight with 3 of their players cannot be healed. Absolutely devastating. Into that here against New York. Here's an angle for Sam. Where's he headed? Looking for Nyumbong. That is going to be a focusing beam that he won't sooner forget.
Yeah, it just gives him a little bit yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter. It looks like they're just killing everybody else. The Nano onto Sam obviously gives him just a little bit more survivability as he dives into the back line. So it'll be the Shock completing the map with 218 in the bank.
A power position.
You can see from New York's perspective as well, just kind of like looking around everywhere. You know, Proper's behind them. They're going to have to solo grab him up on the high ground. I know now Kalush into the grab. You know, Sam is on the card. It looks like there's players everywhere. Is Violet's going to decide to sound barrier this?
Sorry?
For the shot.
3 players, you go for the sound barrier. That's a little out there, man.
Well, maybe you feel like you can extend it long enough to now come back and fight again.
Presents himself, forces Kalush back. This tack visor will force the Winston to jump away. San Francisco have to take cover. Not a lot to deal with this, but they're going to touch 2.5 meters. Left, and there's a Graviton surge now. Bubble thrown up, though. On Proper's able to find Yaki, so that grab really does fizzle. But where's the touch? 0.5 meter back, but very close. It looks like New York is going to be able to shove them off.
Yes, it was Kellen getting the effects of the Nano.
Now what he does, 3 players benefit from it only. Proper perhaps was in a bubble. Maybe he was out of position. He's not going to benefit from that at all. So a little scrappy here from San Francisco. The execution, not exactly 100.
No, as Proper did have the tack visor when he went down, as Kalush puts a bubble trying to keep him and Sam up, as looks like they're going to drop. Proper going to come back with a visor. Does not matter, as that is where the payload will stop for the Shock.
Second tick about to come up here. 4 players ready for San Francisco to defend, and Proper gets those legs pumping. He's back in the fight. It's going to be Sam with the death block. Man in the back moment. It's going to be a Bionic Grenade rather to prevent that healing. Great response from New York. They're ready to disengage. They have this point, but are in overtime, Matt. This is dicey.
Yes, they use a nano boost. This is possible.
I like this for New York. They have a nano boost here. The Arctic can cause so many problems. There needs to be a touch.
They got a touch.
Oh no! Kalush pulls up a little short. Look like Gangnam maybe a beat of, a boop rather of some sort.
He's getting healed.
Oh, he's still alive.
I mean, yeah, somehow still alive.
The bio nade will definitely give him cause for concern. Kellen now with the primal. I mean, this is about as much as you can stretch the lifespan of Winston here. That's about as good as it gets, Matt.
You know, I'm shocked Kellen was able to actually live that long.
Yeah.
Looks like gonna lose Flora towards the end of this. Yeah, and you lose Yaki, who would have been the one to contest it. Nice boop here. Get Flora out of the way. The bubble comes on through. Pretty much all of the visor. That is a great way to deal with it, though, if you're the Shock.
Yeah. Flora, a lot of moments have been very frustrating for him over the course of this series, as the Shock seem to have the answer to that Soldier 76 with startling regularity. Very solid round for San Francisco. Right. Nanovisor here. Sound barrier well timed, but what's the response? Okay, Proper dupes Azaya.
And he gets nanoed.
100 charge. Grab very unlikely here, but still. Okay, I take it back. Extremely likely, in fact, almost guaranteed. Proper. Wow, that is beautiful from him. What a performance he's putting in here on the Echo. Kalush has Primal now, so he'll pop that if he feels threatened, and Flora inside the Bionic field is still not going to be safe from the focusing beam of Proper.
And if you're in New York, like, what do you do, right? What do you do after, you know?
You don't really have the tools, honestly, to deal with Proper at all with this call. Alright, grab there, Yaki slept, so he can't do anything about that grab at all. That is just the worst case scenario. Again, Finn shuts down New York, and San Francisco, well, there was a blip on the monitor, Matt. A chance of resuscitation for New York, but that has definitely gone out the window with San Francisco end the series here on OASIS. That last map, anything but close.
You you know, you got to give credit to New York, though. They did end up taking a map here.